Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel where the saga of the British royals forever takes the spotlight. Today, we're delving into a tale that has monarchy enthusiasts murmuring in secrecy and tabloids racing for the truth. What exactly is unfolding regarding the prospective residence of Prince William and Princess Catherine? The mystery has lingered for weeks, fueling speculation about a significant transformation within Windsor life. But now, directly from the royal household itself, we have confirmation, and it discloses far more than just a new postcode. It offers insight into the path our future king and queen are genuinely charting. Before we unveil this revelation, don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe so you're always up to date with the unfolding intrigue from inside the royal world. Now, let's turn back time to the summer of 2022. William and Catherine, along with their three young heirs, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and little Prince Louis, made a surprising transition. They bid farewell to the splendor of Kensington Palace for Adelaide Cottage, a quaint yet significantly smaller residence nestled deep within the verdant embrace of Windsor Great Park. To many, it appeared to be a bewildering step down, but there was a concealed rationale. Insiders reported that the move was profoundly personal. It brought them nearer to the late Queen Elizabeth II during her twilight years, while simultaneously offering the children a buffer from constant public scrutiny. Catherine was resolute in her wish for her children to experience something resembling a grounded upbringing, enrolling them at Lamrook School rather than raising them amid the relentless exposure of urban royal life. But here's the catch: children don't remain little forever. And the royal youngsters are no different. With Prince George recently marking a major life event, his 12th birthday, the speculation surged. Suddenly, every outlet, every blog, every royal platform was humming with a singular query: are William and Catherine preparing to say goodbye to Adelaide Cottage? The notion caught fire quickly. Many maintained that with George, Charlotte, and Louis nearing adolescence, the cozy residence would soon feel too confined. For a family this prominent, the whispers were unmistakable: a more expansive, more distinguished, and more permanent estate must be on the horizon. Initial conjecture centered around one estate, Fort Belvedere. This vast property, drenched in regal history, appeared the ideal elevation. After all, it was once inhabited by King Edward VIII, the sovereign who shook the monarchy by relinquishing the crown for love. That historical drama alone gave the place a certain provocative allure. Royal observers couldn't resist imagining William and Catherine walking those historic corridors, as though reclaiming a forgotten legacy. With its expansive acreage, majestic design, and unmistakable sense of timeless authority, Fort Belvedere seemed to fit the bill for the next era of a future monarch and consort. But as history has often shown with William and Catherine, things are rarely straightforward. The truth proved much more intricate, an unexpected turn that highlights just how distinctively this royal pair is crafting their journey, diverging from long-held customs. And now, coming directly from Kensington Palace, the rumors have finally been silenced. A palace representative has come forward with an announcement that erases months of conjecture. Despite all the talk, William and Catherine will not be relocating to the storied Fort Belvedere. Instead, their forthcoming residence will be nestled within the Windsor grounds, in a setting far more secluded and far less ostentatious: Forest Lodge. Yes, you heard that right. The palace verified the news directly to the Sun newspaper, that the Wales family will change residences later this year. Just a single brief sentence, but it struck like a lightning bolt throughout royal circles. It's official. The move is happening, and it's happening soon. And the story doesn't end there. Longtime royal correspondent Matt Wilkinson weighed in to reinforce the report, verifying that the couple's next chapter won't be unfolding at Buckingham Palace, nor within the storied walls of Windsor Castle. That revelation alone stunned many royal followers who had assumed those iconic residences were the natural progression for the future monarch and his consort. Think about it. Buckingham Palace has long served as the dazzling epicenter of monarchy, a symbol of authority, and the heart of royal ceremony for centuries. Windsor Castle, in contrast, is steeped in legacy and revered as a peaceful retreat from the frenzy of London life. William and Catherine's choice to steer away from these tradition-rich palaces and instead build their future in Windsor speaks volumes. far more than any formal statement ever could. Sources familiar with the couple are illustrating a picture of an intentional, well-thought-out transition. Their initial relocation to Adelaide Cottage wasn't simply about scaling down. It was a trial run, an experimental phase to determine if life away from London's relentless spotlight and noise could realistically support a family poised for the throne. And the outcome? It exceeded expectations. Adelaide Cottage evolved from a temporary haven into something far deeper, a home. Insiders suggest the family has discovered a true sense of belonging amid Windsor's more tranquil rhythm, a world apart from the overwhelming atmosphere of Kensington Palace. As one close source expressed it, Adelaide Cottage has become their home. A rare and powerful sentiment that signals just how profoundly this decision has reshaped their family dynamic. The location itself is a strategic gem. Windsor keeps them within reach of London for official engagements, yet distant enough to offer George, Charlotte, and Louis something invaluable: privacy. With daily school runs to Lamrook and expansive grounds for the children to roam freely, William and Catherine are demonstrating that even royals yearn for the kind of equilibrium millions of families strive for each day. And let's be clear, this move isn't solely about parenting. It's about influence. By placing family life above grandeur and turning down the crown's most lavish settings, the Prince and Princess of Wales are making a bold statement. This is a monarchy in motion, one that merges heritage with a touch of contemporary pragmatism. Windsor offers them the rare ability to do both, be devoted parents and effective royal figures, all within the same framework. Another crucial element fueling this transition is the children. With George, Charlotte, and Louis all enrolled at Lamrook School nearby, residing in Windsor simplifies their daily routines and grants the young royals a rare taste of ordinary life. For William and Catherine, that consistency is invaluable. It helps keep their children grounded, even under the gaze of an ever-watchful public. But here's where things turn more intimate and more telling. One insider spoke candidly, saying, "Moving gives them a chance for a fresh beginning and a new chapter, an opportunity to leave behind some of the more painful memories." That declaration landed like a thunderclap, exposing a rare glimpse into the emotional weight the family quietly bears behind palace doors. Consider this: the past few years have been unrelenting. From the sorrowful death of Prince Philip to the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, mourning has cast a long shadow over the royal household. Layer in health concerns, particularly Catherine's own battles, which have triggered endless speculation and an unyielding media spotlight. Combine that with waves of internal family rifts and non-stop public attention, and it becomes evident why William and Catherine are eager to draw a firm boundary. That's why Forest Lodge is more than just another royal address. It's a refuge, a reset point, a personal space where they can safeguard their children, restore calm, and begin reframing their story on their own terms. This move isn't about status. It's about healing, forming new bonds, and proving that even a king in waiting and his queen need a corner of the world to breathe, far from the grief, scrutiny, and expectations tied to the crown. According to those in the know, this isn't simply another royal stopover. William and Catherine are officially calling Forest Lodge their permanent residence. Yes, you heard that correctly. The couple sees this as the place where they'll plant roots for decades to come. Even once William eventually ascends the throne, that single declaration shifts the narrative entirely. It signals steadiness, long-term intent, and a conscious move away from the glittering carousel of central London palace life. What makes this particularly striking is the deeper message behind it. For generations, future monarchs were expected to anchor themselves at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle, the radiant nerve centers of royal heritage. But William and Catherine are rewriting the script. They're choosing a grounded lifestyle, prioritizing family well-being, and embracing a quieter existence centered on raising their children away from the constant spotlight of London. And here's the detail that truly ignited the conversation. The couple isn't using public funds for this new chapter. They're covering all costs for the renovation of Forest Lodge out of their own pocket. This marks a significant departure from traditional royal practice, where refurbishments were often subsidized, at least partially, by taxpayer money, often drawing public scrutiny and criticism. By self-funding the overhaul, William and Catherine are making a crystal-clear statement: they have no intention of relying on public money for their personal upgrades. It's a bold stance, one that aligns closely with the values of modern Britain. Today's citizens want transparency, accountability, and integrity. And that's exactly the image the couple is putting forward. If that wasn't surprising enough, consider this. William and Catherine won't be employing any live-in staff at Forest Lodge. For a royal couple of their stature, this is nearly unprecedented. Traditionally, senior members of the monarchy have been surrounded by live-in teams, chefs, butlers, aides, and nannies, keeping the royal household functioning around the clock. But the Prince and Princess of Wales are hitting pause on that old-world setup by foregoing residential staff entirely. This decision speaks volumes. They want solitude. They want their family environment to feel less like a royal operation and more like a typical household. Insiders reveal that this is a crucial part of their parenting strategy, raising George, Charlotte, and Louis with as much normalcy and autonomy as possible, far from the ever-present hum of staff activity. And this goes beyond who preps dinner or handles daily chores. This is about control, independence, and a fundamentally new approach to royal life. Forest Lodge is being crafted as a real retreat, a safe space where William and Catherine can disconnect from the relentless formality of royal duties and simply be mom and dad. In many ways, it's quietly revolutionary. A scaled-down, simplified household where tradition makes way for modern-day practicality. By declining palatial extravagance, paying out of pocket for renovations, and now choosing to exclude live-in staff, William and Catherine are sending a powerful message. They're shaping a monarchy that's less detached, more accessible, and fiercely guarded when it comes to their private lives. With this bold pivot, the Prince and Princess of Wales are doing far more than selecting a new house. They're establishing a fresh precedent, walking away from the towering strongholds of tradition and instead building a home grounded in privacy, personal responsibility, and family-centered values. William and Catherine are quietly modernizing the monarchy from within. They're showing the world that it's possible to uphold centuries-old duties while evolving with the times. This decision reflects a crystal-clear vision, one that is relatable, grounded, and deeply rooted in safeguarding their children while honoring their roles with grace. It paints a compelling picture of a royal family that isn't merely preserved through spectacle, but strengthened through authenticity, stability, and, yes, even peace at home. For the future king and queen, Forest Lodge is far more than a new address. It's the cornerstone of a new royal chapter, where service and parenthood coexist, not compete, under one roof. And now, it's your turn to weigh in. What's your take on William and Catherine's decision to move into Forest Lodge? Do you see it as a powerful step toward a fresher, more relatable royal family, or do you think it risks straying too far from tradition? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every one. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow royal watchers, and subscribe so you never miss our deep dives into all things royal.